On their way to the target airship, Powder is mostly lost in her thoughts. She stares straight ahead without actually seeing anything. Ekko is flying beside her, and she almost brings up her interaction with the Firelight teens to him, just to joke about how their friendship seems so close that people think they should be a couple. People are betting on when you and I will start dating. So funny, right? Haha. The more she thinks about it, the less funny it is. Once they reach the airship, they swoop down and land. They look around, amazed by the massive size of the ship. Ekko gestures them to stay low. The group starts advancing, treading carefully. Powder stays back to open her bag and check that she didn't forget the smoke bombs and other.
Powder, what is that?
Before Powder can react, Ekko takes the bag from her and shoves his hand inside. She tries to grab it, but it's too late. Ekko pulls out the grenade she tried to keep hidden.
We've talked about this.
He waves the dog-shaped explosive in her face, its cartoonish eyes and sharp teeth, laughing at her for getting caught. Powder snatches the explosive and her bag back. We might need it.
We stop evil people, not kill them.
Maybe we should do more than just beat them up.
You don't mean that.
I just wanted to test it and see if it works. That's all.
Remember the last time you tried to make one of these exploding gadgets?
It went fine.
You blew a hole in the roof of your house.
I got to enjoy the sunlight more.
Powder.
She hates it when he uses this tone of voice with her, like she's an unpredictable time bomb ready to put everything they care about in danger. I need it for myself. You know I'm not at my best in physical fights.
Yeah, your hair was not made for close combat.
Powder's hand finds the back of her head. Her scalp remembers the pain of all the times someone has used her braids against her by grabbing them during a fight.
Powder, you're brilliant. It's just that, when it comes to you,
Guys,
The confused voices of their teammates cut off their argument.
where is everyone?
And where's the shimmer?
The airship is too quiet. Powder finally realizes. Not a soul in sight. It's as if the ship had been emptied and abandoned, as if they knew the Firelights were on their way. Powder and Ekko share a worried look, and Ekko makes sure everyone is covering their face.
Should we turn back?
let's split. 4 groups of 2.
None of the Firelights question him. They also don't question the fact that Powder instantly links her arm with Ekko's. Since the airship is huge, they all go in different directions, Powder and Ekko going straight ahead. It gets dark deeper inside the ship, and Powder lights a flare and uses it to help them move forward. The space they enter is empty, save for a few wooden boxes. Ekko opens one of the boxes. No shimmer inside. Could this be some kind of a trap?
It's possible.
Ekko squints in the dark.
I'll go check that area. You go open that door over there and see what's inside.
She nods at him before reluctantly letting go of his bicep and tiptoeing further into the darkness. Once she reaches the door, she takes a peek inside. Expecting to find a supply room, she's surprised the door leads to a big empty hall. The room is pitch black, but she steps inside anyway, the floorboards creaking as she walks across the floor. The darkness seems to suck the light out of the flare. Ekko's footsteps fade away. Just as she's about to turn around and go back, Powder notices one glowing eye staring right at her. The flare hits the floor as she takes a step back.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to curse us with her presence. The little jinx.
She knew the name was coming, and yet her ears immediately start buzzing, her body turning into a statue. Powder opens her mouth, but she's lost her voice. The ghosts that she rarely has to deal with return to her head. Milo and Clagger and Vander all mock her at the same time, blaming her for everything that has ever happened. Vander's dead body flashes before her eyes. Vi punches her so hard she knows nothing will ever hurt as much. Silco observes her. The state of her does not ignite pity in his gaze, but he can't mask the underlying bitterness he has for everyone he feels has wronged him. In the end, Silco is just another person she has hurt deeply. She'll never lose all the affection she had for him when she was a child, but Powder can tell Silco doesn't feel the same way.
If you came here looking for shimmer, I'm afraid you're too late.
Silco is carrying 2 gas masks in his hands. He tosses the other one at her feet. The mask hits her boot, and it's like it sends a shockwave through her. As slow as a snail, Powder picks up the mask, fighting the urge to jump off the airship without her hoverboard. Just as she looks back up with a baffled expression, a greenish smoke starts to fill the air. The smoke makes her eyes sting, and her lungs want to jump out through her throat. As her vision begins to blur, Powder notices that Silco is already wearing the other mask. She rushes to take off her crow mask and replace it with the gas mask. Her eyes are still teary, but the main thing is that she's able to breathe.
Powder?
A familiar voice calls out behind her. Before she can warn him, Ekko enters the dark room.
Did you find any...
The rest of his sentence fades away when he locks eyes with Silco and realizes they are surrounded by a harmful gas.
You!
The green smoke starts to take effect, making Ekko heave. He tries to cover his face and owl mask with his arm, but soon he falls to his knees, coughing hard. Seeing Ekko collapse gets Powder to finally drop her bag and run to him. Ekko lets out small groans, and his eyes are bloodshot. When she tries to offer him the gas mask Silco gave her, he refuses to take it, turning his head away from her. Please, take it. The smoke is worming its way into her airways again, and when she starts coughing, Ekko pushes her hand back. He vaguely gestures towards her bag.
Your weapons.
With his last strength, Ekko snarls at Silco before unconsciousness takes him. Panicked, Powder checks his pulse. He's alive. She tries to shake him awake, but it's no use. Silco looks down at Ekko with silent disgust. The boy who took Powder away, the boy she chose over him.
Jinx.
Powder squeezes her eyes shut. Being called by that name takes her straight back to that night at the cannery, puts her in the middle of the fire to burn alive. Powder takes Ekko's limp hand in hers and squeezes as hard as she can. It comforts her a little, even when he's not conscious. Once the gas mask is back on her face, Powder turns back to Silco, reaching for her bag because Ekko is right. She hasn't even tried to attack Silco, even though now is her chance. Looking for the paint gun, her hand instead finds the prohibited grenade. It is too tempting, too delicious to fight the urge, and so she takes the explosive out of the bag. Her hand shakes as she shows it to Silco, threatening him. He doesn't seem interested.
Betrayal, disloyalty. You are well acquainted with those, aren't you, Jinx?
Suddenly, breathing is hard even with the gas mask on.
You can trust no one in this life. Not a single soul, Jinx.
Powder glances down at the grenade. She wants to see it explode, her thirst for blood and flying body parts growing. She could end Silco right here and now, with something that she made with her own deadly hands. She could end Silco, and she could end herself. And potentially Ekko's life in the process.
I offered you so much.
Her fingers play with the pin. A warning. Silco can tell she can't do it.
Didn't I tell you to let Powder die? Look at yourself. Even after all these years, you're weak.
The grenade is burning a hole through her palm.
Go on. You killed many at the cannery, but you couldn't kill me. Now you can be the hero. Do it.
Frustrated tears well up in her eyes. If the explosive works the way it's meant to work, it will also take the life of the person she wants to protect the most.
No? How disappointing.
Silco doesn't sound surprised.
Would it help if I told you a big secret?
Powder shakes her head.
I think you'll like this one.
I can't.
Your sister is alive.
Her head jerks back up so fast it hurts. Time stops. Every second is an eternity. Wide-eyed, Powder stares at Silco, looking for any sign that he's lying and just trying to get under her skin. She finds none. No.
And I know where to find her.
Her ears are ringing. The biggest miracle of her life would be if I was alive and well and came back to her. But she's scared that the monsters caused by Vi's disappearance will become as loud as they once used to be, bringing her close to taking her own life.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Powder wants to ask him what he gets out of telling her this, but the question dies away as the glitch in her brain appears. She can smell it, The burning cannery, death, stuck in her nostrils. The taste of contaminated rain hits her tongue.
What are you going to do about that gadget you're holding now?
Powder covers both her ears. Vi calls her a jinx, tells her she ruins everything. Vi hates her, and since Vi hates her, Powder's inherent self-hatred and loathing are necessary. She could do everyone in her life a favor by detonating the grenade. Just one boom and she gets what she wants. And Ekko... Her mind clears a little. Though her vision is foggy, she glances at her friend's defenseless body. No, you have a job, a purpose. Keep Ekko safe at any cost. And if Vi really is out there, you need to go get her back. She hears Silco talking. His words bubble, as if his voice was coming from underwater. He offers her a hand. It makes no sense.
So what do you say?
Powder doesn't know what he's talking about and wonders how long he has been talking to her without her listening to a single word. The smoke around them starts to slowly fade. Ekko lets out a small groan, stirring. Relieved, Powder grabs his jacket so tight, her fingers turn from pale to pure white. Noticing that Ekko is about to regain consciousness, Silco takes a few steps back, but Powder knows her friend is not ready to fight anyone yet. She has to be the one to confront Silco. Throwing the gas mask on the floor, Powder gets up on shaky legs. She doesn't have a plan. All she knows is that nothing else matters but Ekko's safety.
All right then, Jinx. Have it your way. Good luck getting to your sister without my help.
Silco's hand slips into his pocket, maybe reaching for the knife he stabbed Vander with, or maybe the gun he gifted her when she was little. Powder is running out of time. She looks at the grenade and... The rest of the firelights fly into the room. The darkness is replaced with the lights coming from the hoverboards, their brave teammates going straight for Silco. Out of nowhere, Savika and the rest of Silco's goons show up. Everything happens so fast. One firelight comes to help Ekko up onto his hoverboard. Everyone's face is a blur. Her mind is so muddy that she can't even tell who it is. Powder raises her head in time to see Silco turning around and disappearing back into the shadows. Someone puts their hands on her shoulders, yelling at her to snap out of it. They flee the ship. As the rest of the firelights tend to their worst wounds, all Powder can think about is getting to hug her sister again, but at the same time she can't stop reliving the punch she got from Vi.